where we have part members of the audience are civilians, part members of the audience are forces, soldiers, senior officials, and सब जब आप सोल्जर्स के बीच बैठकर वो अनुभूति करेंगे तो क्या होगा, और उस थॉट से वर्दी के वीर का निर्माण हुआ। और जैसे ही वर्दी के वीर का निर्माण हुआ, छुट्टी पे जब शान जर्मनी में थे, मैंने उनको फ़ोन किया, और शान बीइंग शान, उन्होंने बड़े ही विनम्रता से तुरंत मुझसे कहा कि अमेया, आई एम इन जर्मनी, लेट मी कम बैक, आई एम बैक इन 3-4 days टाइम, आते ही हम बात करेंगे, मिलेंगे, एंड देन लेट्स सी हाउ थिंग्स मूव। तो आई एम सो ग्लैड टू से दैट शान हैज़ अग्रीड टू बिकम अ पार्ट ऑफ द मूवमेंट दैट वाज ऑलरेडी हैपनिंग। बट वर्दी के वीर विल बी वेरी डिफरेंट। जैसे पहली जो रील थी उसमें इट वाज मोर अबाउट एकम सद फाउंडेशन। The next one you will see in 6 months' time, we'll talk a lot about Vardi Ke Veer, because that will be a life transformational thing, is what we feel. I'm going to request and ask Shaan to share his views before we go into any details of question answers or any thoughts as to when we had that conversation. And I know what you will say, but it's just so nice to have someone like you who's a part of this journey, Shaan. And on behalf of the whole team, I can't even say my team, because now we are one team. And, he's been such a fantastic gentleman, I'll tell you. One phone call and rare breed of artists who are so popular, yet who are so down to earth. So, Shaan, what made you join us?
First of all, actually, now that I saw the visuals and hello, some of the songs are really beautiful, really soulful, really nice, and you have a very serene look on your face when you're singing, which is quite nice. There's a sense of surrender. Okay. But I think at the time that I agreed to do this, I don't know why. I think he must be a hypnotic powers bhi honge kuch apne. But honestly, without really going through any of the show reels and the videos, sometimes you just get an instinctive feeling about things. I think when you realize someone has the heart in the right place, I also realize that you're coming from a strong corporate, where you had it all. And, you still decided to take this plunge and do something for the country. Clearly, you had a choice. And yet you chose to do something bigger, something beyond self. And that when I meet people with that kind of a fervor, that kind of a feeling, it really inspires me. क्योंकि एक ज़िंदगी है, हम इस ज़िंदगी में अपने लिए कितना जी सकते हैं, उसकी हद ही नहीं है। वो जीते जीते ख़त्म ही हो जाएंगे, कुछ ना कुछ रह ही जाएगा, ये और मिल जाए, वो और कर जाए, ये बार हो जाए। तो एक उम्र के बाद, एक पॉइंट के बाद, we have to start giving back to society. And so through social work, through songs that are, that are socially motivated, I've been doing this shuru se hi. And that's what I enjoy most about being a singer, that you have a voice that can, connect, unite. तो ये जब आपने concept बताया, and it just took to me so beautifully well. And the only fear that typically आजकल हम लोग थोड़े से cynical हो जाते हैं कि पता नहीं ठीक से होगा कि नहीं, कैसे होगा, कुछ करने जा रहे हैं, कुछ और ना हो जाए. But पता नहीं क्यों I had a very good feeling about it. And in fact I was proven even more correct once we did rehearsals and once I got to know you. So I think it's a great opportunity, especially Mumbai शहर में ना इतना commercial चीज़ें होती रहती है हर जगह. और अगर हमारे बच्चे, we being parents, I have teenage children, I see that there are no icons, there are no idols, there are not people who can inspire them to lead a more in life with more integrity. Most of your icons are guys who you can spend money faster, who who tell you about all these self-help kind of stuff. Just help, खुद को ही help करते रहो. So, but the pleasure, the happiness, the intense joy that you get in service is something that is not being told to our youngsters today. So I'm hoping that through this show, of course, it's going to be entertaining. It's not going to be कोई प्रवचन देने तो हम नहीं आए. तो गाने होंगे, entertainment होगा, जोश होगा, and a take back is very important. So I felt that this show is something that will एक take back होगा. जब वापस घर जाए ना, जो कुछ मूवीज आप देखते हैं बहुत एंटरटेनिंग होती हैं, कुछ मूवीज ऐसी होती है उस देखने के बाद लग रहा है कि मैं खुद को बदलना चाहता हूँ, मैं खुद को और बेहतर इंसान बनाना चाहता हूँ. तो मुझे लग रहा है कि इस शो के अंत में उस तरह की फीलिंग लेकर सब घर जाएंगे, और अगर वो फीलिंग हम दे पाएंगे देन इट्स सक्सेसफुल इन व्हाट वी आर डूइंग. सो आई एम जस्ट अ पार्ट ऑफ द बिगर पिक्चर. ही इज़ द कैप्टन ऑफ द शिप, और वो जैसे जो कहेंगे मुझे करना है. And I've completely surrendered myself to Vardi Ke Veer.
Oh, that's very sweet of you, Shaan. No, it is. It is.
Yesterday, Ashata's 90th birthday conference.
1 month before the day itself. अच्छा 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 अच्छा. बर्थडे तो अगले महीने में. जी 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 जी. Right, right. I saw some, thanks to Insta and YouTube, I saw her sing that song so beautifully. तू तू है वही दिल ने जिसे. Amazing. कहाँ आशा जी? She'd call me, I'd surely go. I didn't know. I didn't know about it. I know, but I wasn't aware. The last time when she had it in Gateway of India,
Yeah, yeah.
गेटवे ऑफ इंडिया में गया था वहाँ और 9 सितंबर में फिर षणमुखानंद आ रहा हूँ.
Yeah, he's
हाँ,
here.
9 September is my father's 80th birthday. So I just took a very, again, impulsive decision, little last minute, कि उनका आज उनके कुछ बातें करेंगे, उनके कुछ गाने करेंगे. Yesterday, yeah. No, no, no. She's, of course, we're very close. And yes. She sang a lot of songs. My father also, very interesting songs. And please don't compare me with one of the most greatest. नहीं अभी that is like अभी classical चीजें हैं, मेरा तो वहाँ chance ही नहीं है. हाँ, but she's amazing. She's an inspiration, not just as a. I would love to be with her. I mean, she's the youngest of the youngest. You know, she's. When I did one performance with her in 2004, so she announced. Hmm. Yeah. No, it is about self only. But it's not about the spotlight and the fame. It is about when you sing for yourself, it starts from there. I'm sure when Amaya, before he decided that I am going to take my voice and perform for others, when he was listening to himself initially, when he started off, he's saying, yes, I sound right. So you have to first, today, again, we're talking about Asha ji. Even today, she's 90, she will put in her 1.5 hour of Saregama, her riyaz, her basic, her holding notes, her, doing a, आरो अवरोह. बैठ के कोई मतलब ये नहीं कि वो बड़ा ख्याल है वो बंदिश करेंगी, but she will do that basic vocal exercise. And which is why at the age of 90 she's singing like this. Today, when you're young, it doesn't real affect you so much. They will also do it. Some didn't then also, but some will now. Mental health is a very, very, very big and a very. I think even 10 years ago, mental health was not being discussed, being talked
Yeah.
about. Today, there's a certain overkill, but it's a very necessary overkill. But the fear I have with mental health, in fact, Tanhadil 2.0, the song I did was about mental health. If you
Yeah,
hear the
I saw
lyrics, I've
that.
written it myself. It's all about how, you know, uh, you can actually feel the journey of someone and how you have to, drop your guard and ask for help. And so all those issues are there. But today, because of, the amount of time spent on screens, the amount of instant gratification that you're looking for, the amount of instant, uh, returns, the pressure, the patience is dying out, and which is causing a lot of this mental health issue. And today, if you don't get quick results, you're beginning to get more and more frustrated more early. I have singer friends. My wife has started Happydemic. So the whole idea was it's a company we started off because of a lot of reality show talent would within 2 or 3 months. Sir, मेरा कुछ नहीं हो रहा है मैं frustrated. अरे यार अभी उम्र ही क्या है? You're just 19. Like
Go to the
get
grind.
better, spend more time with music. You just want returns quickly.
No, I
Banking.
think the.
But so
No,
we
I think, yeah,
started
the
this
more,
thing
yeah.
where we can give them opportunities, B2C.
Yeah. See, the whole purpose
Yeah.
is if youngsters are channelized, I think I think there are so many avenues today for singers. Unlike what it was 20 years ago, you can even become a international sensation or an overnight celebrity if your song
True.
goes viral.
True.
These are, I would say, these are positives of technology.
Yes, and that
So
can become a very big disservice to that artist.
yeah,
When
in
you
a
get
way,
that instant crazy success,
So
and
one
then
has to be
you're
at it.
stuck at it,
And you should
You
not then
rather
get it
build
into
it.
your head. So if there was a one message that I was supposed to share, I think success is not an instant cup of coffee. One has to be at it. You have to go through the grind. You have to keep at it. You have to keep improving, like Shaan said about Asha Tai. You
Oh,
have to
yeah.
keep practicing. There is no substitute to practice or to anything that one. And
No,
I hope that through.
success is superficial.
Correct.
Success is a matter of chance. Anyone who's successful is not necessarily the better talented. We're talking about my father. I went out in the world later and I sang for so many composers. Not an iota of talent that I later realized what was in my father as a composer, integrity, वो बहुत rarely कहीं मिला मुझे. But he died a frustrated man. He got no success. So success is nothing to do with that. But yes, the one thing this show, what one can say is that we are too busy in our own worlds. We are too busy taking ourselves very seriously rather than what we do seriously. We are so in our little हम सब वो कुएं के मेंढक होके बैठे हैं जब हम देखते हैं कि कोई एक आर्मी मैन जो अपनी मतलब पूरा तन मन प्राण से एक देश की सेवा की फीलिंग में जा रहा है
हमारे लिए लगा हुआ है.
वो अपने काम के प्रति निष्ठा दिखा रहा है ना कि खुद के बारे में अरे मैं सोल्जर हूँ हटो यहाँ से I've always found them so humble so easy and they have that bigger picture so I think that
That is
can
missing.
inspire a regular person and feel that you know what I have to I'm just a part of the bigger picture. I can't take myself so seriously. And once you get that feeling, even when we talk about mental health, it makes a huge difference. Otherwise, everything is about me. मुझे खाना नहीं मिला, ये नहीं हुआ, वो नहीं हुआ, मेरे गवर्नमेंट मेरे लिए क्या कर रहा है, मेरा देश मेरे लिए क्या कर रहा है. And the world doesn't rotate around you. You have to be a part of the system and be a constructive part of the system. And that's what hopefully the show will be able to inspire youngsters.
When we go to a cantonment, and I don't know, probably we are winding up, but the one message that you always see in any armed forces place is service before self.
Service before self. I think लाखों बातों
Service
की एक
before
बात.
self is the motto. Vardi ke Veer is motion, motto, initiative, objective, mission. Is how can we all contribute to make a difference in the lives of others, which will obviously mean we make a difference to our own life for the better. That's the thought.
Thank you so much. I think said it all.
Thank
Thank you for
you.
joining us.